The Substance is directed by Coralie Fargeat, the filmmaker behind Revenge, which was a brilliant first feature. And it's about a fading celebrity who decides to use a black market drug, a cell-replicating substance that temporarily creates a younger, better version of herself. So I was really looking forward to seeing her next movie, whatever it was going to be, because I loved Revenge so much. But when this won Best Screenplay at Cannes, obviously this immediately shot up on my most anticipated list. And The Substance did not disappoint. This is being marketed as a body horror movie, and it definitely is. It's one of the most horrifying horrific bodily things I've seen in a long time. I will honestly say this. Just a couple weeks ago, I did a podcast where I mentioned that the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is in a rare list of mine, and that is a movie that I simply cannot eat while watching. It will create nausea. I can pretty much watch just about anything and eat. It's not going to bother me. That movie has always felt very dirty and filthy and grimy, and it's just a nasty movie that I love, but I can't eat while watching that great movie. But if you go to see The Substance in theaters, and you happen to be at one of those dine-in theaters where there's like a tray, or you sit at a table and you can order a burger, don't. This is not an eating movie. You will regret it. This is a truly brilliant film that is incredibly ambitious, audaciously bold, extremely beautiful, well shot, well acted, well written. It's a great, great movie that made me want to throw up. I don't know that a movie has ever so effectively made my stomach feel like everything that was in it just had to go. There are incredible prosthetics, makeup effects, some of the most impressive I have ever seen. My jaw was on the floor for so many sequences. It's a horror fan's dream, this movie, especially if you love Cronenberg or any really intense body horror. But I can sit through something like The Fly and have a sandwich in one hand and a drink in the other, and it doesn't bother me. But this is on a whole nother level, and maybe it is because it is so aggressive in your face with some of its imagery. I mean, early on when Dennis Quaid is eating at a restaurant, she makes a point to frame everything in such an off-putting and disgusting way, and using sound design to heighten all of that, that it's just really an early taste, excuse the word, at what is to come. On that sound design, though, it is impeccable. You are constantly put in the POV of this woman as she deals with all kinds of things that are happening after she takes this drug, and you hear what she hears, and sometimes you literally are in her POV and you're looking around and seeing things that are happening to her body. And even though the film is heightened in kind of a fantastical way, it stays grounded in that it's always about an aging celebrity dealing with the fact that the world wants her to always be beautiful to an unattainable degree. In one of the movie's best scenes, she's about to go on a date and she keeps going back to the mirror trying to make herself look the way she did 20 years ago with makeup. And she gets so frustrated that she can't even get herself to leave her apartment. So it's not just about the body horror, it's also a very personal look at how a woman deals with a world that is telling her she has to remain 25 for the rest of her life. Dennis Quaid plays a producer in the movie who seems to run a network or a station of some kind, but it's never entirely clear what exactly he does other than look for talent to create a very 1980s style exercise show. And this producer is a real creep. He's difficult to work with and very fake. In a not so subtle way, he's named Harvey. But a lack of subtlety is the point of The Substance, I think, because this entire world is very heightened in the film. It's almost fantasy. You've got a billboard with her on it and it says new show tonight at 9, but there's no network listed. You don't know where to watch it. It's just sort of like this world where celebrity is this thing that everyone's aware of, and as soon as you hit a certain age, it just ends. It's kind of like her thoughts, her emotions, her fears are being externalized into a world that's being populated with all of those fears at a very high level. Everything's cranked up to 11. Demi Moore is amazing here. This is one of her best, if not really her best performance. I've obviously watched her movies ever since I was a kid, and she's incredibly talented, but she gives potentially career best work here. Margaret Qualley is also exceptional as the younger version of herself. Both actresses are asked to do very difficult things for this movie, and they pull it off with flying colors. But I did read one review that I thought was very well written, had some interesting things to say, that was essentially we're asked to empathize with these characters when they feel bad about themselves, and we're also asked to be repulsed by them when things happen later that's gross or off-putting, and that those two things sometimes conflict with one another, and the movie didn't really decide where to land. I understand that point, and I've seen some other reviewers echo it as well. I think for myself, when it comes to something like the way we view our bodies, when we look in the mirror, sometimes we love what we see. On some days, we feel good about ourselves. On other days, we hate what we see and we get insecure and self-conscious. And I don't think that it's a binary thing. I don't think that it's a this or that. I think that to land on either one in a movie that's about this would be a disservice to the complexity of these characters, to this world that she's created in the film. Because when it's about how we perceive our own bodies or aging, there is no right or wrong. It's a volcano of emotions inside our heads. And I think that's why the movie can sometimes feel like that, because when it comes to realizing you're aging or realizing that your youth has been taken away or that it's not coming back, there is no like settling on one feeling. And I think that's also one of the reasons I found the movie very disturbing, because it created that feeling of terror, because the characters are constantly in this state where they're wondering what's going to happen next, and will they be accepted, and can I just get to this one thing and then I'll figure out what happens next? But if I can just get to this one thing and look okay while doing it, you know, all of those things are so visceral and it's captured really beautifully. I love this movie so much, but man, really don't eat while watching it. It's not a good idea. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Look forward to more videos very soon. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.